We've been talking about this debate all morning. Why not? It's a big deal. But we all saw it on TV. What was it like to be there, in the room? Was the atmosphere the same as we perceived it, watching on the tube? Joining us now is Walker Stapleton. He's Colorado's state treasurer. Sir, I want to know, how soon in the room did people realize that Romney was winning?
The president's greatest moment was at the start of the debate when he was talking about his wife and their anniversary. From that point on, it seemed like he was drowning and struggling to keep up with Romney and keep up with the pace of the debate. And in terms of body language, he was looking down, he was looking away from the podium. He didn't look like he was engaged or actually wanted to be there. He looked like he would rather be taking his wife out to dinner.
Well, wait a minute, Walker. You were in the room. You can always feel the mood of a live crowd.
Right.
Did you feel a very rapid mood shift towards Romney in that room?
Well, I was even seated next to a huge Obama supporter fundraiser, I think. He seemed like he was very demoralized for most of the night and deflated. And the scuttlebutt after was that the president had held his own and there was no blood. So they weren't exactly proclaiming any sort of victory. I think it was representative of the defensive posture that the candidate took. And, you know, most people are talking about this 47% that Romney could have been hit with. And I actually expected him to be hit with that, Stuart. But I think on the opposite side of the issue, Romney should have talked more about gas prices. You have gas prices which are in the mid $4 range. It directly hits people's wallets. I think that this election is going to hinge on being able to relate to the middle class's fears of being able to pay for their cars, being able to get a mortgage. And I think Romney did a good job of that.
Well, wait a second. Was the room divided? Romney guys this side, Obama supporters that side, or was it all?
No, they mixed it all up. There were Romney people and Obama people sitting right next to each other in bipartisan harmony.
If you looked at that crowd, could you tell who was for Romney and who was for Obama? Could you tell?
The students a little bit more, because the students wore T-shirts for Romney or Obama, but not really. The people generally dressed, all were dressed pretty nicely. There were some gasps and some moans, quiet, but most people were respectful of the format, and I think it was hard to tell. But afterwards, you know, there certainly was a lot of talk about how each candidate did.
Okay.
Walker, was there any comment that elicited a response that surprised you from the audience?
I think most people were surprised that Obama wasn't really engaging on any particulars of the issues, and he didn't seem like he wanted to challenge any of Romney's assertions, and he just didn't seem engaged in the debate format at all. And I don't know if that was a tactical thing to try and appeal to the camera and the people, the larger audience,
Walker?
or whether
was he tired? I mean, looking at home, look, it was late at night for me, and I was tired, but he looked real tired. Was he in person?
He might have been. I think both candidates are tired. We all know that an election is not going to hinge on the outcome of one debate. But this was a very important moment, I think, for Romney, because I think Romney was able to connect to people in a way that he's struggled to before. He was able to talk about economic issues in a format that people at home could really understand and relate to. And Obama just did not seem engaged at all. And I think in a close election, when you're talking about swing states like Ohio and West Virginia, where you're going to have middle-class workers that are going to decide this thing, I think that that's where the election is going to hinge on. And so from that standpoint, I think that Romney was effective last night, and Obama's performance seemed wandering and meandering to me.
You are the state treasurer of the great state of Colorado. You were there, and we appreciate you reporting directly on the mood of the occasion. Good stuff. Thanks very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.